It is, yeah.
No, we're into December. It's all right.
Good evening, Joe. Good evening, Darwin.
Hi,
Evening,
Joe.
Pat.
Hi,
Evening,
Pat.
Darwin.
Welcome along to this edition of SportsView, Monday the 8th of December, and we're going live on, where are we? We're on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. Number one sports podcast here, and we have the usual phone numbers and also our email, and you can link into comment into the studio. We'll be covering soccer, of course, and with the European Cup and rugby began this weekend in earnest, and the last of the Premiership soccer matches is on tonight. It's Wolves versus Manchester United, and we'll see how that will get. We're on air with it as well. If you follow me, we have a new world champion in Formula One, Lando Norris, the boy from Bristol, has ascended to the as many Englishmen before him took the title as well. We'll be looking at. There's a few golf tournaments on over the weekend. The UK snooker final was on, contested by Mark Selby and Trump.
Judd Trump.
Judge Trump. I saw the end of it. I thought it was very good. And
Did he
we-
give himself? Did he give himself a medal?
who?
Trump?
No,
No,
no.
just
He was,
wondering.
he was runner up. He was runner up. We kept that.
He gave
we kept
himself
that-
the best second place medal, did he?
Yeah, we kept that for the World Cup.
Yeah,
First runner-up.
first runner up. Yeah.
And he'll qualify instead of Ireland for that group one. We're penciled if we come through the qualifiers in the World Cup. We're penciled in to be in Group One with Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and if we qualify, it'll be Ireland. In Group A, that'll be Group A.
It's not
So-
a bad group, is it?
It's not a bad group
No.
to be, I mean, England. I know how much they paid for it, but England are drawn in Group L. England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. There's only two teams in that group. And
I don't know. Panama's good, though.
Yeah,
Huh?
that could be a surprise.
well, Luka Modric, 40 years of age, his fifth World Cup. He'll be making a record somewhere there anyway. Anyway, much about that in a minute. But in over the weekend, we had wins for Aston Villa, and the light is a bit low here. Aston Villa, Man City, Newcastle, Spurs, and Crystal Palace all won and Everton. They all won in the Premiership. Liverpool drew with Leeds in a cracking match, and I suppose Liverpool are going through their own troubles as we spoke about in this program before. But there's one thing about Liverpool: there is no one player bigger than the club, and I think Salah is beginning to learn that lesson the hard way. Instead of coming out in what he came out with over the weekend, there is no player, as Joe, when you're playing soccer, there's no player guaranteed their team, their place in any team. It's up to the
Yep.
manager to pick the team. It's up to the manager. And whether you're number 11 or number 12, you sit down and take your medicine. I can
Well,
see where
I mean,
Salah's...
that's it. That's the thing with it. I mean, it's I read a real good quote by what's his name at Villa, manager at Villa, coach at Villa, was at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right
Name
now,
now.
but yeah, he said, but he said, working with a team, he said the whole thing is the team. No one is more important than the team, and the team has to do what is best for the team, and that's what Liverpool are doing. I mean, Salah has been a great player for him, but he hasn't been a great player in the last few weeks, and he's been way off the pace in the last few weeks. So, and then for him, after what the club did for him and giving him that huge contract, and now he's turning on his manager. I think it's disgraceful, and he, he's going to be like all the rest of them. They'll be, like the United players that all thought they were bigger than the club as well. They'll all be shown the door, and he'll be shown the door. He may not even come back from the
Africa Cup.
Cup. Yeah, he may not come
Yeah.
back from that. He might be going straight to Saudi Arabia.
They reckon,
Well-
it's like 100 million, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Derwin, I have a comment in here for you. Are Man United going to be thrown to the wolves tonight?
Oh,
I couldn't resist it.
that's. Do you know what? Nothing would surprise me.
Yeah?
You don't really know which United you're going to get, do you?
No.
Well, that's the same though for a few teams in the Premier League at the minute. You never know what you're going to get from one game to the next. I mean, it's the same at Liverpool, and Liverpool fans must at the moment be going absolutely crazy because they've won 2 out of the last 3 Premier Leagues. Is that correct?
Yeah.
They won it under Klopp, and then City won it, and then they came back and won it the next year with Arne Slot.
Yeah.
So this is even a bigger dumpster than United went through. When United when David Moyes took over, the United had only won the league once in the previous couple of years, and now Liverpool are here. They're out of the league. They'll probably be out of the European Cup, a Champions League. That's not looking good for them, and they're having all this garbage within. This the last thing that you need, and we talked about this with United for forever and a day. The last thing you need when you're struggling on the field is unrest in the camp.
Yes, and I think that Slot is a character and Liverpool is a club that will not tolerate that for a long time.
Right. And I agree.
I don't think they'll do it,
Yeah. Well, I think that it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, he's been left out of the squad now for the Inter Milan game. So he's not going with them today.
No. No passes for him.
Yeah. And I think his days are probably over. He may have played his last game for them.
It's looking bleak for him, but at the moment, the table for, notwithstanding that Man United are in action tonight against Wolves, down in Molyneux, the home of Derek Dugan. Do you remember Derek Dugan in the old muddy Molyneux? My God! Anyway, Arsenal are top of the league still, even though they were beaten by Aston Villa on 33 points. Man City, ominously enough, are on 31. Aston Villa on 30. Palace on 26. And Chelsea on 25. And Everton on 24.
Yeah,
so now,
United win tonight. They go to 6th if they win tonight.
They do.
But, I mean, they got to win first, haven't they?
They got to win the match. And
do you not, I mean, going back to what we've just been talking about, do you not think there's an element of maybe that Salah's trying to tee this up?
Well, I mean, if he was going to tee it up, he had all summer to do it. I mean, he could have left in the summer for that money and what have you. So, I don't think he foresaw, or did any of us really, to be fair, how poor a season he was going to be having up to this point. And I think that this, I was going to say this would be a graceful way out for him, but with what he's come out with in the papers, then that's not going to be a graceful exit for him.
Well, I mean, Joe, you read he accused the manager of throwing him under the bus, the club.
Yeah, well, he accused the club.
Which is all wrong.
Well, it's totally wrong. It's, the club has nothing to do with what the manager does. The
No.
manager picks the team, and that's it. He doesn't have a consultation with people about who he's going to play and who he's not going to play. I mean, it's as plain as the nose in anybody's face.
I wonder
What was
how
going
would
on with him.
how would he have got on under Brian Clough?
Have you seen the,
Right.
you seen the
There's,
draw?
there-
FA
there's
Cup?
only there's only one God in this club, and I am it.
Yeah. Well, I told you that one, didn't I? That they were on their way to a match one day. I'm not sure what kind of a match it was, but Gary Birtles was at Forest at the time, and he was a right moaner, and he was moaning at something and this, that, and the other. And Clough told the driver stop the bus, told Birtles to get off, and told the driver to drive away, and left him on the side of the road. Yeah, so there was only there was only one man in charge there, and that was him. But
The man in the green jersey and red T-shirt
yeah,
and pair of Wellingtons. Oh yeah,
yeah,
he was a once-off brilliant, a brilliant. Proved his mettle as a brilliant coach as well.
oh yeah, he did.
Absolutely, you know.
But I'll tell you, the lads were asking a couple of weeks ago there about any advice for Mikel Arteta, but Arsenal are on a bit of a downer at the minute. You know, I mean, they were at one point they could have been 7 to 9 points clear,
They could have been.
That's gone away.
Christmas again, isn't it, for Arsenal?
Well, it's that time of the year, and
They go bad this time of year, don't
yeah, and it's like, but the scarier thing is that City are making a run for it.
Yeah.
And they seem to be, they're not quite the finished product yet, but they're certainly looking very good. I watched the game at the weekend, and there was parts of the game where they looked really out of sorts defensively through the midfield. Sunderland were getting at them.
I think they've got Foden playing well again, haven't they?
Well, they got Foden playing well. They've got Doku playing well.
Yeah.
They've got Cherky playing well. I mean, he had a great game. A lot of their offensive players now are, and Bernardo Silva looks to be back to his old self. He seems to be a lot more energetic on the field and what have you. So they and then their bench is all coming back to fitness. So they're
Joe, they'll be there or thereabouts. There's no, they're a quality team, like, you know.
And this suits Guardiola to a T. I mean, he's in the past he's run down Liverpool from points behind and just keeping close to them until Christmas time, and then after that they make their run at the turn of the year and do their thing and what have you. So if I was Arsenal right now, I'd be kind of a little bit nervous just for the way things are going at the moment, you know. And then, like we talked about last week, I mean, Chelsea, you don't know what Chelsea is going to show up.
Yeah, Chelsea are inconsistent.
Yeah, the team that got beat at Leeds the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I mean, City beat Sunderland, but Sunderland are no, you know, they're a decent team. Sunderland are a well-organised team, and Liverpool were very lucky not to lose at Anfield the other night. If Chiesa hadn't got back and cleared that off the line, that would have been another loss for them. So
that's very true.
You know, so I mean, City beating Sunderland was a pretty, you know, I think anyway, was a very good result for them to come out of that with it.
Well, after 15 minutes, Wolves and Man United are still 0-0. Believe it or not, Wolves didn't win a game yet in the Premier League. So
right.
That's
I find it interesting that the coach that left Middlesbrough to go to Wolves, Middlesbrough now second in the championship, and Wolves haven't won a game yet. So that's
well
going to be an
in
interesting
the
one.
championship, as you mentioned, Joe. Coventry are on 43 points. Middlesbrough 36. Millwall 34. Ipswich 31. Preston 31. Stoke 30, and Birmingham City or Bristol City 29. So they're the people that are setting the trend in the championship. So there's a lot of good teams up there now, I
Oh
think
yeah,
Coventry are probably odds on to get promotion, to old Frank. Anyway, just change tack for a minute. The European Cup in rugby began over the weekend. This is the foremost club rugby competition on this side of the world, so including South Africa now as well, since the advent of the URC. Over the weekend, there were some cracking games. Sale beat Glasgow 21-20. And Saracens beat Termont O'Verne 47-20. Bath White destroyed Munster 40 points to 14. La Rochelle beat Leicester Tigers 39-20. And Leicester beat Harlequins 45-28. A lot of one-sided scores here now. You can afford I was looking at the cup. You can afford to lose a match. There's no doubt about that. Unlike other competitions, you can make a comeback. But Munster now, their next match is in Páirc Uí Chaoimh after Christmas, and they will be under pressure at least to perform and to win it. In their group. They'll have La Rochelle, believe it or not, are in the same group as Leinster, and they've won the cup twice. I think La Rochelle, that is. But it's a cracking. There's some the best of players are in it. Now over the weekend as well. Before we go, we're all together from soccer. We had this the FIFA. There's the logo there for the FIFA World Cup. Canada, United States, and Mexico are hosting the World Cup. Now the draw was made over the weekend. I mean, it was like a big, huge. I don't know whether it was about football or not, but there's 3, 6, 9. There's 12 groups of 4, 48 teams. Group A was Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and our qualifying group winner will be the 4th team that will join Group A. Group B is Canada, another qualifier, Qatar, and I can't even read it. Oh yeah, New Zealand. In Group C, you had Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. But Scotland and Brazil would be favourites to come out of that group, Group D, you had the USA, Paraguay, Australia, and a qualifier yet to be determined. And Group E, Germany, Curacao, I don't know who they are. Excuse my ignorance.
It's like
Ivory
Jamaica.
Coast.
It's an island in the Caribbean.
Huh?
It's an island in the Caribbean.
Oh, it's a country, is it?
Yeah, tiny little place.
Ivory Coast and Ecuador are in Germany's group. We'll tip Germany to come out of that, and Ecuador. And Group F is the Netherlands. The Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia. All right, Darwin. And
That was Rod Stewart calling in about the Scotland draw.
yeah, it was.
oh, Maggie. Group G is Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand in Group G. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. That's a tasty enough group. Group H is Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Now, Cape Verde has the captain of Shamrock Rovers playing for them.
Oh, wow.
So we have a tentative Irish connection in that group.
Oh,
Group
here we
I
go.
is
They're
Group
claiming
I.
Cape Verde
Uh,
now.
yeah,
Claiming Cape Verde now as a republic.
yeah, Cape Verde. Then we have France, Senegal. They were drawn together before in the World Cup. France, Senegal, qualifier, and Norway. So you have Mbappe versus Haaland in that group. That looks a tasty group.
That's actually quite a good group there, isn't it?
France, Senegal, Norway, and a qualifier from the Far East.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Group J then is Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. And Group H is Portugal, a qualifier from I think the Asia group, Uzbekistan and Colombia in Group H. And England's group is England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. What do you think, Darwin, about England's group? They'll definitely get into the last 16.
Oh, I'd like to think so.
Hmm?
I'd be disappointed if they didn't come out of that group.
Well, I was reading something about the groups, and I'm not going into the permutation. If England are to win the World Cup, not alone do they have to come out of their group, they'll have to beat France, Brazil, and Argentina to win the World Cup. I think it's not beyond them.
I mean, look, on their day they could possibly beat Argentina. On their day they could beat Brazil, can't they?
Yeah.
But it's just on the day, isn't it? It's all about what happens on the day. Injuries.
Yes.
And I think if you look at the group, the timings for those England games, they've definitely had a result. And they've got Dallas, Boston, and New Jersey, haven't they? As their venues.
England.
Yeah.
Have they? Dallas, Boston,
yeah.
And New Jersey. Yes.
So I think they've had a result with the venues because, like, if you look at Scotland, I think Scotland have got Brazil in Miami, haven't they?
They have.
I mean, that ain't going to be hot enough, is it?
They'll have to wear their kilts that day.
I mean, when you think about all of that, I mean, the logistics of that thing is massive, isn't it? When you look at it, the three countries hosting it.
Yeah, but the weather in all three of those places that you're talking about, in Dallas, in Boston, and the Meadowlands, that can be vicious at that time of the year.
The humidity.
Yeah, the humidity is going to be fierce. I mean, Dallas is going to be hot.
Yeah.
Hot and heck. Boston is going to be the same way. So, and again, of course, it depends on what time the games are at.
I think they've got two. I think the Dallas and Boston game they're 2 9 o'clocks in the UK, so that's going to be like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be.
And then they've got an 11 o'clock in Jersey, so that'll be like
only mad dogs in
Englishmen.
Only what Noel Court said, only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun.
But if you think about some of those teams that are playing down in Mexico, they're going to have altitude as well, aren't they?
Well, you have South Africa, Korea, and Ireland, if they qualify, will be in the Mexican group.
Yeah. So I mean, they could be playing an altitude one game, and then coming back down to sea level, couldn't they?
Yeah. Well, if they play Mexico City, they'll be at altitude, won't they?
Yeah. Guadalajara, they usually play, don't they?
Well, they play at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City.
Yeah.
So that's where they always take the US for games. So, and the atmosphere that will be there will be very interesting for whatever players show up there. There's,
I mean, I think it's part of me that kind of goes, it's quite good that it's split over 3 countries. But at the same time, I don't know whether I'm just old now, that I kind of go, no, it should be in one country, shouldn't it?
I think so. I mean, there's one down the road that's going to be in 6 different countries and on 3 different continents. How are you going to pull that off?
I don't know. I mean, in Scotland's group, Scotland have Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Have they a chance in getting out of the group?
Well, if all the games are played in Miami,
Haiti and Scotland, how do you chance and get out of the group? Check it out.
So if they have, if they're playing all those games down in Miami, then the 3 teams that they're playing against, they're going to be used to that. The Scots are not going to be used to that.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, the 3 countries you just mentioned.
Then.
Yeah.
Well, Brazil, Morocco, and Haiti.
Yeah.
The weather will not affect them.
No.
No. No. The problem with Haiti is getting visas for the traveling entourage.
Do you know how many Haitians are living in Florida?
I don't.
It's like there are an awful lot.
Thousands, isn't it?
An awful lot.
It's thousands.
So they'll have their own ready-made support there down in that area. I can tell you that. So have they said where the other games have been played in that group? Are they all just in Florida, or are they
in the Scottish group?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they got. I think Scotland got 2 in Miami. I think they got 2 in Miami, and I think they might have 1 in New Jersey.
Okay.
Well, it will definitely be hot in Miami.
They've definitely got 2.
Yeah. Oh yes, it'll be hot, humid, and if it rains while they're there, then the humidity coming up after the rain is absolutely fierce.
Bruno Fernandes has just scored for Man United.
Yes, horrendous.
Good old Bruno.
Bruno, they're 1-0 ahead against Wolves. So we
you seen the draw for the FA Cup?
No.
You seen the draw for the FA Cup?
No, who did it get?
United have got Brighton.
Oh wow.
Got Brighton at home.
And Grimsby had to win.
Premier League pairs. Grimsby, I think Grimsby are at home.
To Weston-super-Mare.
To another Weston-super-Mare, that's it.
Weston-super-Mare, isn't it?
And Brackley have got. Yeah.
They beat Wheelstone over the weekend, yeah.
So is the United Brighton the only all Premier League fixture?
No, there's Sunderland. I think Sunderland have got Forest. I think Wolves have got another one. I think there's about 4 or 5 Premier League games. Spurs have got Brentford. And I think Villa have got.
Huh?
I can't remember if Villa have got Arsenal. I think.
Who did Liverpool get?
I'll have a look. I mean, there's some really good games, that's for sure.
Okay, there's Macclesfield versus Crystal Palace, Cambridge versus Birmingham, Newcastle versus Bournemouth.
Oh wow, another beauty.
Fulham versus Middlesbrough, Liverpool and Barnsley. Liverpool and Barnsley, Doncaster and Southampton, Charlton and Chelsea, Stoke City and Coventry, MK Dons and Oxford, Sheffield Wednesday and Brentford, Ipswich versus Blackpool, Tottenham versus Villa, Portsmouth at home to Arsenal, Preston, Wigan, Man City at home to Exeter City, Everton, Sunderland, Man United and Brighton, Hull City and Blackburn, Swansea and West Brom, Grimsby Town and Western Supermare. They should win that, Joe.
Hopefully so.
Burnley and Millwall. Norwich City and Walsall. Wrexham and Nottingham Forest. Derby County and Leeds United. Port Vale and Fleetwood. West Ham and QPR. Wolves Shrewsbury. Cheltenham Leicester City. Bristol City and Watford. Sheffield United and Mansfield Town. And finally, Salford City and Swindon Town.
There's you've got West Ham versus Queen's Park Rangers.
Right, that's a tasty one.
You've got Derby versus Leeds. There's a bit of
Yeah.
history with Clough in that.
That'll be
Yeah.
a tough game.
Then you've got Everton Sunderland,
Oh, wow.
Portsmouth Arsenal,
That'll be a toughie.
Spurs Villa,
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Ipswich have got Blackpool.
Ipswich will do that.
You've got Sheffield Wednesday versus Brentford.
And they're playing very well lately, Sheffield United. Oh, that's
Then you've
Sheffield
got
Wednesday.
you've got another London derby. Then Charlton versus Chelsea at Charlton.
Oh, the Valley.
Liverpool Barnsley.
Yeah, that'll be an easy match for Barnsley.
Fulham's got Middlesbrough. Macclesfield Palace.
Yeah.
There's some good games in there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yes,
there are some good games.
They are. And
I mean-
Man United have avoided Grimsby Town, have they?
Yeah, I would have been straight on the phone, Joe, if you got
Yeah.
if I got Grimsby. I would have been, Joe, Uncle Joe, where are you?
Yeah.
He's gone for fish and chips.
Yeah, I would have been, come on, Joe, I need a ticket for the Haddocks.
Yeah.
Need some sauce.
But
Well-
that FA Cup. I mean, all the gossip over here, Joe, is that the FA Cup's getting back its magic.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, it seems to be because it's going nuts on the telly as well.
Is that good?
Yeah, and you've got ITV obviously and BBC sharing it.
Talking about the FA Cup, we have a local star of the FA Cup. No, Derwin. Well, George,
what did Mary Hopkins sing? Those were the days, my friend.
those are the days, I tell you.
You sure about those shorts, Joe?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No,
That was a set of rugby shorts that our coach got from somebody. We had no. The club colours are green. It was Limerick AC, and the club colours were green.
yeah.
And we didn't have any uniforms, so he managed to get those red. They were red and white. The jerseys that we wore, and then my mother and our next door neighbour, Mr. Donoghue, they bought some green dye and got vests and dyed them green so that we'd have singlets in green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In the old
Ah,
bathtub,
fabulous.
leave them in the bathtub to soak.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
My God,
those days, and running bare feet. We didn't have any. We didn't have any.
Spikes.
Yeah, we didn't have any spikes.
Too dear.
Yeah, so it was. Those were the fun days.
Yeah.
Days.
The days of real men. Now, we had a few golf tournaments over the weekend. We had this end of year hero challenge. This hero.
Oh yeah, the Tiger Woods.
Is this
get
a
together.
made up? Is this a made up tournament by Tiger Woods? Is it?
Yeah, it's like an invitation.
All right, the hero. Well, I saw the end of it last night. Did you see it, Darwin? Any of it?
No, I can't be.
Yeah,
bothered to watch that stuff.
Hideki Matsuyama. God, he played some marvelous stuff. He to catch him in the end. He made a playoff, and he won the playoff. That's Matsuyama, and he won the Hero Challenge for the second or third time. I don't know which. And 22 under, and the Hero Challenge. Yes. In the Australian PGA, we had Cameron Smith was runner-up. He made some comeback at -14, but Neil Grand Peterson from Norway won that at -15. Rory McIlroy finished down the field a bit at -7.
He's a good player, that Norwegian kid.
He is, yeah, he's a good player. And
he's one to watch for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had the Nedbank Challenge. I remember that was a huge tournament one time.
Yeah, $1 million challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah, $1 million challenge. It's still going. The Nedbank Challenge was won by a fella from South Africa, Raitan, or from Raitan at -17. He won that tournament. In the UK Snooker Championship, which is part of what they call the Triple Crown in snooker, Mark Selby and Judd Trump contested the final. At one stage, Mark Selby was winning 5-0 and 7-0.
Yeah.
But in fairness to Trump came back very well. But it was overwhelming, too much for him. And he eventually lost out to, he was the reigning champion. He lost out to Selby 10 frames to 8, you know. And I saw it in a minute. There was good snooker, believe it or not, you know, because Mark Selby wouldn't be one of my favourite players because he's very, very slow and methodical. But nevertheless, against Trump last night, I thought he played some very good snooker. And
Trump came back in that match, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah.
And he wasn't really plotted very well. They were all sort of jiggling into the pockets. They weren't going in the middle.
No.
But he kept on going, and he kind of got better as he got going, didn't he?
He did. There was what we call European short course swimming competitions were on over the weekend in Poland for people who are interested in swimming. I only got interested because this girl here from Timpelogue, Erin Walsh. Is it Erin Walsh? Erin. I forget her name now. God, apologies, lads, for the people who are looking at the picture. You probably know her. She won a gold medal. She won a gold medal in 200 meters butterfly from Timpelogue in Dublin. Well done, and well done to all our medalists in that competition. I hadn't time to look them all up, but that was her with her gold medal, and well done indeed. Good prospect for the future. We hope. Anyway, that was her. Getting back to
what's short course? What does that mean?
Well, I often wondered because young Whiffen, Ellen Walsh, thank you. Young Whiffen was swimming as well, and he swims over 800 meters and 400 meters. I don't know what short course means. Is it the pool? Is it a 25-meter pool
rather than a 50?
Rather than a 50. I don't know. I think
like that, is it?
Huh?
Must be something like that.
I think it must be because the distances were. Well, I suppose if you were swimming 8 lengths of the pool in a 50-meter, and then suddenly you had to do 16 lengths of the pool, it certainly would be much tougher, would it?
I'd bloody drown. I would.
Oh, no. I'd be like the fella in the Olympics.
I'd lose count. How many's that now?
How many more have I?
How many have I done here?
Where's my oxygen tank?
Yes.
Are we there yet? And the lights are just being switched off. We're finished. Anyway, well done to all the lads who won medals for us there in the short course competition.
Yeah, actually, I've just Googled it, Pat.
Yeah.
So short course swimming.
25-yard pool.
25-yard pools, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than 50.
Oh, yeah, as we guessed, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in Formula 1 over the weekend, we have a new champion. Well done to Lando Norris. He won the Formula 1 championship on 423 points. Max Verstappen was runner-up at 421. And Piastri was on third at 413. Well done to Lando Norris, the man from Bristol. He's from Bristol. He's he has an English dad and a Belgian mother, you know.
Is that your pacemaker going off, Pat?
I think it is, yeah. I think it is. Did you give me I got a new battery last night, did I?
That's my phone telling me I've got a voicemail. Oh yeah.
Anyway, I suppose it reminded me of we always remember old times, but remember the brilliant dynamic driver that was James Hunt,
Oh
wasn't he?
yeah.
He won the Formula One for England. Graham Hill and Damon Hill,
Yeah.
and who else? Who else? I mean, won it?
Well, you'd have had John Clark, wouldn't it?
And
Oh,
Lewis
Jim Clark was
Jim
Scottish.
Clark, yeah.
He
and
was
Lewis
Scottish though.
Oh,
Sterling Moss, was he Scottish?
What's his name? Nigel
Mansell.
Nigel
Did he ever
Mansell,
win
yeah.
the world? Did he win the world
I
championship?
think he did, yeah.
Yeah, there's one driver people forget about, Jenson Button.
Jensen,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he won the Formula One.
Jackie Smith.
And Jackie Stewart.
Jackie Stewart, the Scottish, won it.
He's British.
Who else? Well, didn't Jim Clark win the world championship and he won the Indy 500?
Cycling. He won in the motorcycling as well, did he?
Did he win in cycling?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's that was something.
But he's followed in illustrious footsteps. But he is a talented driver and well deserved. And he's won it over. And was it Dubai? Was it Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi, wasn't it? The last one.
Was it Abu Dhabi? And
it'd be interesting next year, won't it? Because with all the changes to the rules, the cars and everything.
So what changes are they making then? I mean, I'm reading about that this weekend, right? About Formula One and what have you. And when Verstappen won it was it the first time he won it, or I'm not sure if it was the first time or not. But his co-driver, who was his teammate, stopped Hamilton from passing him.
He did?
For slowing him for laps. And they wanted to do the same in this race. That how can it be a race if one driver can obstruct another driver from overtaking them?
Well, they have these team orders, don't they? If you think about it, remember when Schumacher parked the car on that bend in Monaco to stop? I think it was Damon Hill to stop. I'm sure it was Damon Hill, and he basically parked the car across one of the bends and pretended he'd broke it down and he'd stalled it on purpose.
Really?
And that let his driving partner get going, as in get down the road. And it stopped Hill winning another world championship.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he parked it on one of the bends by one of the cafes on the corner.
Yeah. Damon Hill was a terrific driver.
He literally just parked it.
I mean, wasn't Damon Hill around the time of Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost?
Yeah, he would have been, yeah.
And they were terrific drivers as well, you know.
Yeah, they were.
His big rival was Schumacher, I think.
And Schumacher, of course, yeah.
Yeah, because I think Schumacher. I mean, he was legendary for using all the road, wasn't he?
His brother was driving as well, Ralph, wasn't he? Ralph. Yeah. Ralph drove briefly with Eddie Jordan, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah.
I think he did, yeah. With Jordan.
But I mean all those changes now that with these cars, that they're basically, I think, trying to get the cars nearly, not quite all the same, but I think they've all got to have similar features, as in, you know, the amount of air, you know, downforce on it can be this. It can't be more, it can't be less. It has to be the same.
Yes.
And what they're now saying is that with these car changes, it's basically going to come down more to the skill of the driver again, rather than just we've got if you think with Verstappen, he's had the best car for like 4 or 5 years, hasn't he?
Without a doubt, yeah.
And if you think McLaren this year have dominated it because their car was better than Red Bull in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
And now what they're saying is these regulations they're bringing in, that it will be more now down to the driver than it will be the car. Because up until now, if you've got the best car, you win. and I don't get Formula One. I don't understand how you can spend that kind of money in a sport when you know you're going to be last every week. I can't work that out myself.
I hate. Yeah,
from
I hate.
a
Yeah.
competitive person, how do you sit at the back of that Grand Prix start line knowing that you're going to be really doing well if you get back to this spot in last place?
Yeah. And also,
Well,
I mean, you're qualifying week after week in 20th place.
Yeah,
And it doesn't matter what happens, you'll still be there.
Yeah, I can't.
But you know, they're probably hoping that they have a couple of good weekends where the driver gets noticed and the driver moves up. Maybe the owners and what have you, but for the drivers, it might, the incentive of it is pretty big to see if they can make that car perform and maybe finish a bit further up in the standings. But yeah, it would be very disheartening to see that. But
I can't understand how you can have. I mean, you've nearly got 3 teams with 6 cars in total that are basically the best 6 cars, aren't they? And then you've got 20, you've got 16 other. No, you haven't. You've got 18, 19 other teams.
Are we saying
2 cars that aren't competitive?
Yeah, are we saying that if you have the best car, you need to be only a mediocre driver to win?
Well, that's kind of what everybody within motor industry says, is that if you've got the best car, you don't have to be the best driver to win. Whereas I personally, I'd much rather see all these drivers get drawn out the hat and put Verstappen at the back in the worst car, and can he still win?
Yeah, yeah, and also another thing is there's there in every race now, almost every second race, there are drivers getting 5 and 10-second penalties for passing out in the wrong place.
Doesn't seem to be that much of a racing game anymore, does it?
It's supposed to be a race, and it's like running or anything. You're meant to pass the guy out in front of you if you can catch him, and same in the car race. But apparently, you're penalised in some places.
But didn't that happen though in the race yesterday, where it went to the stewards after the guy that won the world championship? He passed Verstappen's teammate on one of those areas, and he left the track to do it.
Yeah,
but yet when that happened before, when that happened to, was it Lewis Hamilton? It happened at that time when he left the track and he got docked seconds and he lost the race and lost the world championship with it.
He had time penalties as well, didn't he? He had to come into the pit lane and wait.
Yeah, he had time penalty as well, and he was. I think he was robbed of his 8th world title. He'd have been top of the pile. Was it? Would he have been top of the pile?
With 8?
Yeah.
I think he might be. If not, he'd be right there, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Fangio as 7, Hamilton as 7. Off the top of my head, no, this is.
When you think about when Fangio was driving, I mean, those cars were pretty much all the same, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Formula One is. See, if you watch touring cars or the rally cars,
yeah,
those cars are virtually identical to each other, with engine power and everything like that.
Four wheels and a steering wheel, all operated by the driver.
Yeah, I mean that to me, there's so much more driver skill in those 2 other races.
Well, rallying is unbelievably tough.
Yeah.
Oh, car rallying is just.
But when you watch touring cars, those cars, it's so much more like an even race that you could be, 10th on the start grid, but you could still win that race.
You could. Dorius Goodwood, wherever down in Dorius Goodwood, Derwin, at the car racing.
Goodwood's lovely for that Goodwood Festival. The revival and the Festival of Speed are brilliant.
Yeah.
Great days out. But when you think about it, those old race, not even that old, are they? When you go back to like the Graham Hill eras and the Jackie Stewarts and those guys, the cars weren't that dissimilar, were they?
The time of James Hunt, even when he won it. Was it 76? 76 he won it, was it?
In Japan, wasn't it? Because he won it
The
in
rain.
Japan. And then with the rain, yeah.
He didn't realise he had won it.
But I'm not really a Formula One fan, because I just think if you've got the best car and the most budget, you win.
That seems on the face of it to be true, you know. Now all Formula One fans listening to this will be tearing their head out because we don't realise
there has to be something to it that
skill.
we're not getting it
We're missing
with it and what have you. So.
All we have a comment in here now. I hope it's from a Formula One fan.
Yeah, tell that English bloke to shut
Yeah.
up.
I mean, it's there has to be some intricacies to it that we're not aware of and what have you, that only the real fans would be aware of.
That's very true.
I mean, obviously, there's an enormous amount of skill to drive a car.
Well, believe it or
Oh
not.
yeah,
200
I mean,
miles
just the
an hour
driving
around
thing
the bends.
alone has got to be.
Yeah, but if you've got a car in front of you, Joe, it's a little bit like putting a Ferrari out there against a Mini.
Right.
One's going to beat the other without even thinking about it. Doesn't matter how good your driver is. If you've got a 3-litre car and a 1,000-litre,
yeah, there's only one winner.
One's going to win, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work
without
it out.
doubt. And Dave, fan of Derwin of Man United, has come back Derwin with it's 1-1 now.
Oh no!
At half time.
How can it be 1-1 with Wolves?
Yeah.
I've got more points on my driving licence than Wolves got.
Yeah. Bellegarde scored in the 45th minute.
How can
Now there you go. It's 1-1. So anyway, oh yes, Formula One fans, and there are many of them. I'm going to school one of them. He's very, very good. They did a college with one of them. What they did what do you call it? A demonstration of how sophisticated Formula One is, and all the feedback and all the electronics that are involved in it, all the smart electronics is just mind-blowing. These people in the control of any Formula One car can predict if you're starting on the grid on 11th place, Derwin, right? And assuming you have a decent car, they can tell you
where you're going to finish.
Not alone that, but they can tell you where you're going to be passing out the first, second, or third car in front of you, where you'll get your opportunity.
I know there's loads of tactics, and I know that, but you do. I don't know. I just don't. I can't get my head around whether it's because I'm competitive, how I'm a Formula One racing driver, and I'm always last. How do you keep getting up in the morning and going, yeah, my car's crap?
Well,
yeah, I'm in the Mini, and all the rest of them are driving Ferraris.
It's to check. at the end of the month.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, I mean, there is a part to that, but I still think that there's that part of it that, I mean, okay, compare it to a player in the 4th division, right? Why do they play every week, right? They play because they love the game and they do it, but they're also playing in the hope that somebody sees them and will give them the opportunity to move up.
Like Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, and move to a higher level. And I think that, the driving is the same. I mean, I watched that that Netflix documentary on Prost and Senna when they were going head to head with that.
Yeah.
And these guys were driving in like what they call go-karts from an early age. They were doing it, and that's how they came through the system eventually. And that's where the top people are looking for the next drivers to come. So the step up from there to Formula One is huge. And then if you can go, well, you got Formula 3 as well, you got Formula 2, then you got Formula 1, right? I mean, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then, so the steps can be incremental, or they can be one big jump like anybody else. So I think that's always the aim and the hope that they're going to have that big day, or they're going to have a season where they've driven superbly and somebody has recognized that and is willing to give them a chance to do that. So I think that there's always something like that that drives any competitor, because they are competitors. There's no doubt about it. You're going out there and you're on a track and you are, there's like 4 pieces of rubber between you and the road, realistically. And it takes an enormous amount of courage to do that.
It must do.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine the amount of concentration to do it.
I mean, all the things that go with it. I mean, split-second timing of another car that's going just as fast as you are, and it must be absolutely amazing. I wouldn't even get behind the wheel of one of those things.
Well,
I'd be frightened of my life.
The fastest speed I ever remember being in a car was 140 miles an hour.
Right. I was 135.
And I can tell you this much. I wouldn't be able to do 140 miles an hour for 3 or 4 hours,
And then maneuvering around other people at that.
Yeah.
And other vehicles. And
you only get
all that stuff.
second to make it.
Yeah, we're talking about driving down a motorway at 135 miles an hour, not going around the chicane or doing any one of those things.
The streets of Monaco.
Coming out on the other side of it in one piece. So there's an awful lot of, like you're saying, there's an awful lot of courage, there's an awful lot of skill. There's just a huge amount of I mean, the eye to hand coordination, the eye to something else coordination that you have to bring into it, when you're looking at things, the timing of it, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a whole other side to it that we don't get, and until you've actually tried it. The only other thing I wouldn't try would be riding a motorbike at 130 miles an hour.
No,
I wouldn't be doing anything like that.
No.
I mean, those guys are definitely not all there.
Oh, it's
no. When you see that super bikes, and they're doing 200 odd miles an hour.
Yeah.
Down some of those straights on a motorbike with a bit of leather on their back.
Yeah.
And I love looking at motorbikes, right? And I like looking at them for one reason only. I've never wanted one. I don't want to ride on one, but I like looking at them because I think some of them look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
But at the same time, you go, if I hit something in a car, I've got to be really unlucky to come out of it bad, haven't I?
You have a chance. You have a chance.
Yeah, you do have a chance because you got something. I had a friend that was a big Grimsby supporter. Roger Marshall was his name, and he lived in Louth, just outside Grimsby, and he was a TT rider. And
oh my God!
And he came and train. He used to come and train with us when he was getting ready to start his season and what have you, just to do fitness work and stuff. And we were talking, he brought another buddy of his, a New Zealander. I think his name was Mackenzie, came as well. And we were talking about it, and I was going, you know, I can't believe you guys race on that track and how dangerous it is. And the two boys said, no, he said, the track is the safest place to be. He said, because you know how fast you're going on the track. He said, you have all these, you know, you can see what's coming at you and what have you. He said, the scariest part, he said, is doing the Isle of Man TT or the Northern Ireland TT or whatever they are. He said, because all you see are lampposts whizzing by you or trees whizzing by you. And he said, then you know that's scary because you know how fast you're going. And these things are just a blur going down the road. And he said, anything that comes out of the side of the road in one of those, he said, you're done. You know, he said, that's why it's the most dangerous.
Joe, I've been lucky to play golf with quite a few different sportsmen, but I played golf with Derek Warwick and Derek Bell. And I was talking to Derek Warwick was still driving for Ferrari at the time, F1.
Yeah.
And Derek Bell had moved away from Formula One and was now driving Le Mans, as in, you know, the 24-hour races.
Yeah.
And
Santi's coming.
they were driving one year for Jaguar at Le Mans in the 24-hour race, as in sharing a car.
Yeah.
And Derek Bell said to me that when they come round the corner to go down the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans, which is something like 2 miles in a straight line, and on the inside of the track is a fairground and campers and everybody having a great time. On the other side of the track is burger stands and, you know, beers and everything else. He said when he came round that corner, at daytime he hated it, at night he dreaded it, because when he came round the corner and went into the Mulsanne Straight, he was doing about 190 coming round the corner, and then he was going to accelerate up to 220 to 230 down the Mulsanne Straight. And his biggest worry was something would come across from the fun fair, not an animal, I'm talking like a bit of rubbish, like a bag, and it would get underneath the front skirt, and because it blew, it disrupted the whole of the airflow of the car.
Yes.
That he'd seen those Porsches and some of those Jaguars in the Le Mans where something got underneath the skirt and disrupted the airflow and made the thing flip up like that.
Yeah.
And it would do a somersault backwards because it was just going so fast.
Yes.
And I said to him, 200 what? And he said, at one stage, you're doing for about a mile, you're doing about 230 miles an hour.
Jeez.
He said, now I'm hitting the brakes to go around at a bottom bend at the Mulsanne Straight, where I'm hitting a brake to come down to 80 miles an hour to go around that corner. And he said, going from 230 to 80 is like hitting a brick wall. And he literally said that so they both have got their private pilot's license.
Yeah.
And at the time they were flying normal little planes, you know, like Cessnas and different things.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going down that Mulsanne Straight in a car faster than I am taking off in a light aircraft. And he said at 2:30, at night time, he always had he had one of his pit crew always had like a fluorescent jacket on, and he knew that's where he had to start braking when he saw the orange fluorescent jacket.
Yes.
That's when he starts hitting the brake at night time. At the daytime, he had like a tree that he always was his marker.
Yeah.
And he said going from 230 to 80, he said it was like hitting. He said you need to be inside one to get the sensation, because the smell of the rubber and the brakes and the heat coming in the car, he said you have no idea.
What about the obvious question: if the brakes didn't work,
Well, he actually said that when he first started, Derek Bell, when he first started doing Le Mans and stuff, he said like they didn't have ventilated disc brakes or anything like that.
yeah,
He said sometimes you'd weld the old drum brake would basically be welded up because it got so hot.
yes,
And he said you might get to the bottom of the Mulsanne Straight, and it was like a 70-degree corner. He said you might go around that basically sideways, and you'd be trying to control it to go around sideways because your brakes have failed.
yeah.
He said,
Cheapers.
and then you'd be bashing your brake pedal, your foot flat on the accelerator, and you're banging the brakes to try and unweld them.
Wow.
Well, these are tips for all budding drivers out there listening to us tonight. When you want to try the
I'll never forget them telling me about that, because he said something like a crisp wrapper can upset the flow of the airflow. He said we've got so much down pressure that if something blocks it underneath, not stops it and scrapes it or anything like that, just affects it, he said the car will just flip. You can't. I can't get my head around that. I mean,
No, it's. Can you imagine the sensation of feeling that happening?
God, could you? I mean, that happened to Mark Webber, didn't it, in one of the Grand Prix, where he literally something happened and he flipped the car up on it. It did a somersault. It was Mark Webber did it, and it was something to do like he just his front brakes basically jammed up and it made the car leap up in the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, speed is a rush, great rush.
But when he said he was going down that Mulsanne Straight faster than he does taking off in a light aircraft.
I saw that film Senna. Did you see that film Senna on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrific film. Anyway, but we've come to the end of another program, guys, and Santi will be coming soon. He'll be there to know to everybody. That's if you're good now, you know. But unlike Man United tonight, it's 1-1 after 50 minutes. It's 1-1 in Molyneux between Man United and Wolves. We shouldn't be laughing, but well, we'll see anyway. And from Derwin, from Derwin, from Joe and myself, we'll see you again next Monday night. Take care, guys. Have a good time.
Take care, lads.